Alrighty, Josh. Here we are at Atlanta. How we feel about it?
Uh, you can hear me, right?
Oh yeah, we got you.
Okay, well, it's gonna be something. The drivers have been complaining about the how it drives, so probably gonna be some cautions.
Yeah, what have you been seeing the most of?
A lot of loose race cars, especially as the run goes on.
Yeah, I think the big takeaway is going to be tires, and tires. These guys get 5 sets tonight. You think that'll be enough?
Uh, it's definitely gonna be tight. I'm sure they want more.
Absolutely. Well, last week was Daytona. What was your main takeaway from Daytona?
It's just there's not much you can take away from Daytona other than craziness. I think we'll learn a lot more tonight than we did last week.
Absolutely. Of course, Aaron Smith came away with the win last week. I mean, where does he not win at, right? You think he's the favorite tonight?
He's definitely up there at the top. You got him. I'd say probably Luke Dorn because he's so good at tire saving, and then I'd probably say probably go Joseph.
Right now, your top four is Luke, Aaron Smith, Bryce Shoemaker, and Joseph. And John Berry rounds out the top five there. Other than that, it's pretty much your usual top 10. I see Ben Shelton, he hates mile and a half, but he's ninth.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's here tonight.
Unique twist tonight, what you'll see on the live scoring, you'll see some drivers, 4 drivers highlighted in green. Those are the dash for $20.
Yeah, it's 4 good drivers going for it. I know Bustle, Oscar, Joseph McCorder. Forgot who the last one was, but I know those 4 will go all out for it.
That's good homework you did right there. So basically, how it works, you'll see the drivers highlighted in green that are in it. Whoever finishes the highest out of those drivers wins the $20. Pretty simple. But we're going to get ready to do some qualifying. Of course, you can see, looking at the track, this is the old Atlanta. I could imagine putting these guys on the new one, right?
I'd be some big wrecks because of the drafting.
But here we go. Some qualifying. Joseph McWhorter is going to be the first one out. Of course, let's get let's get the weather up, shall we? You notice right now, Josh, the track temp is 118 degrees.
Yeah, pretty warm. Will be slicker. I'm sure they would rather it to cool down a little bit, but it's gonna make for some sliding up here to see
Yes, it
that.
is. You'll see Joseph McWhorter work the high side right here on lap 1. It's loose coming off 4 there.
Yeah, he was definitely one of the ones pushing the limits in practice, just trying to find the edge, and he went over it quite a bit in practice.
I think you are right. Of course, these are the Gen 4 cars. A lot more horsepower. These guys are almost doing 200 into turn 1.
That's a big difference from the ARCA car.
So here he comes to complete his first time lap. We'll see where he puts it on the board. He does go P1 at the moment. See who else can go up there and compete. We got Bustle on track right now, coming out of turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, Joseph was about a tenth off from his fastest lap in practice, but still on pole right now by about 2 tenths.
John Berry moves up to P2 right now. Whereas here comes a favorite, Aaron Smith.
I think he's just now
Yep,
starting.
he
His
is
first
just now
lap.
starting. We'll keep an eye on that.
Luke is out there right now as well. Helton goes P2. And John Berry beats him.
So
Nicky Bobby P3.
your forward dash for the cash drivers are McWhorter, Oscar, Michael Bustle, and Alan Wilson.
Yeah, I went and looked it up after I forgot Allen.
So You know, that's actually pretty good for a bunch. You know, Bustle doesn't think he has a chance, but it's pretty good for.
Anything can happen. We were talking about it in Discord. All it takes is one alternate strategy, and you're leading it.
As Lawrence completes his second lap, moves him up to P6. Aaron Smith, his first time around, went up to P3. Let's see if he can take the pole here. And nope.
Can't not.
Provisional pole right now is Joseph McWhorter, but Luke Doran might have something to say about it.
I believe Luke's done.
Yes, he is also done. Let's see. Alan Wilson coming to the stripe. P16. Sure, the second lap will be faster.
Yeah, it's definitely a warm up lap. Talk about Nicky Bobby real quick. He's P5 right now. Good lap for him.
Great qualifying lap. Of course, we do have some drivers not qualifying. That's always the case. See where
Yeah,
Alan
we
Wilson can move up.
got some ask for EOLs as well, so they want to start at the back and just try and figure it out.
Alan Wilson, second lap, yeah, all the way up to P3.
It's definitely going to be two to watch. Those high side cars, 79 and the 5. They're pretty good on these tracks. Lawrence is okay.
So, as I said, you'll see the drivers highlighted in green. 3 out of the 4 are starting in the top 4.
It's like we planned it.
So, of course, the lowest one right now is Bustle P16, but like you said, anything can happen. We're expecting some wrecks here tonight.
Yeah, it seems like that's going to happen at least once or twice when they're all grouped together.
Of course, there's Tristan Ferris, P13 at the moment. He's just happy that Will Levis got drafted, right?
And he had to wait a while.
Yeah, he sure he did. Let's pull up some race info. Stage tonight's on lap 40. A little different from Daytona, Josh. We do have that stage caution tonight.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people will be happy about it. They'll be wanting to get some new tires on the things.
Of course, you see the temperature in the air is 77 degrees, but the track temp is going up now. It's 119, so we are just going up, 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 and up.
And Aaron Smith's got a blown engine, so I guess you can't pick him now.
Coming to the stripe to end qualifying is Tim in this '07. He just got a time in. Or no, he did not. Did not count. It'll be P17.
Trying to wait till the last second.
But here we go. Grid's forming up. So we had some predictions last week. You won. Of course, you had the highest finishing driver. So I get the honor of going first this week. And I'm going to take... let's do Luke Doran.
Wow. Well, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, let's take the Tire Master.
Well, that was going to be my pick. So, wow, that's a hard choice now. I guess I'm going to go with Joseph. I think he's going to be going hard for that money tonight.
Hey, wouldn't surprise us one bit. Let's pull up the starting lineup, and we'll let it scroll across the screen. Of course, the top 10s. Joseph, Aaron, Allen, Oscar, John, Barry, Luke Doran, Nicky Bobby, Chris Stouffer, Bryce Shoemaker, Lawrence Shaughnessy, Ben Shelton, and Gary Smith. Then as we keep going down the order, we got Tristan Ferris, Jim Foskett, Jonathan Smith, Michael Bustle. Then we got Tim Osipek, Bobby Patrica, and Keith Shoemaker, Jacob Oubre, and Brian Foster.
Yeah, Bobby, not here right now, but he might join in a little later.
Yeah, I did see where he said he might be race control tonight, which, you know, that might be a busy position tonight.
Yeah, might be a couple cautions.
So we are about ready to start the formation lap. 160 laps tonight, by the way. And, you know, 5 tires in the pits. Should be a pretty good race.
Yep, caution at the end of lap 40. So, I wonder if those tires will go the whole way.
Of course, if you're noticing, there is no Whitley out here tonight.
Yeah, he's at Disney World.
Yeah, must be a Chase Elliott fan.
Yeah, that's my joke.
Well, here we go. The formation lap underway here in Atlanta. Hey, maybe we should have took these guys to New Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I know some drivers are very happy when that got swapped. All right. Well, here we go. Round two. It's going to be a difficult race for some of these guys out here, but see what happens, right?
Yeah, it should be a crazy one. I'm wonder who's gonna be able to survive.
Well, I mean, hopefully my pick.
I don't know. I don't know how Aaron Smith didn't get picked, but I think we're both looking forward to the next race.
Oh, for sure. Well, here we go. Green flag's going to be out in there as soon as we hit this Geico restart zone. And there it is. Green flag in the air in Atlanta.
A pretty even start. Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
We got a
nope.
wreck.
We called it already. There it is. And no caution. And that's Luke Doran's going to need his penalty cleared. He went through the grass there. See what exactly happened here. Wheel spin already.
Crazy.
All that was right there.
Doesn't look like there are any penalties, but time loss definitely penalties enough.
Well, we got a battle for the lead already. Joseph McWhorter and Aaron Smith, but you know, we've called races here before in the past. The wheel spin here can be horrible.
Yeah, I definitely didn't expect it on lap one. If you would have told me lap 20, maybe, but lap one, I wasn't expecting that much wheel spin.
None at all. As you see, Bryce Shoemaker trying to put Lawrence under pressure here.
And looking back to Luke and Oscar, they're 14 and 16 seconds behind right now. But I
Look,
think they'll be able to stay in the lap.
yeah, and lucky for those guys we talked about it, they get that stage caution.
Yeah, and I feel like they're going to be fast enough to be able to keep Joseph and Aaron behind them. We got another car in the grass, Jim Foskett. Keeps it going though.
Yes, he does. Green flag still in the air here.
He got a little bit of help there. I say a little bit. It's a good amount of help.
Take a look at it. Looks like it's going to be his old buddy Tristan Ferris that turns him into the grass there. He does a little hop to the grass.
I guess he's just trying to rattle his cage on lap 5.
Hey, sometimes that's what you got to do. Well, lap 5, Joseph McWhorter, the early leader here.
I don't think that's really surprising. I feel like on this short run, he's going to be pretty fast. It's going to be as this run goes on, we're going to have to see what happens.
As Michael Bussell is up 10 spots since the start of this race. Good, qualified down there, but he's already moving up.
I feel like that stack up at the start definitely helped him. He must have saw an opening and he took it. Pretty big group of cars forming now though, behind Bryce. Battle for P8 on back. You got Bryce, Jonathan Smith, Lawrence, Tristan, Tim Hendry, Osapek.
as we've lost some of our live scoring here at the moment. We'll try to get that back as quick as we can, but we still got the cameras, so.
Yeah, and looking back again, Luke and Oscar seem to be pretty good right now in terms of pace. So I think they're going to be pretty good.
Yeah, like I said, they also get that stage break there, so.
And you can definitely tell some people trying to be aggressive right now, make up as much track position as possible. Some people, I think, are just trying to take care of the tires. Got a little bit of contact between Tim Hendry and Tristan Varys.
Tristan not making any friends right now.
Almost some more contact.
Yeah,
This
we're
battle
on it
for
right
11.
now. We'll see what's. Seems to calm down for a little bit there. There's Osipek joining that battle.
Four cars under a blanket now. Definitely think the 10 car is a little bit faster than that 9 in front of them.
And, you know, we'll see if we can get around them. I mean, let's be honest, these two don't have the best of history against each other.
No, and when you add more cars trying to charge, because you see Tim Hendry, he's right on the bumper to 10 as well. When you add that into the mix, it's just a disaster waiting to happen. I think Hendry just pulled off and let Ospec go. So I guess he won't ready for the disaster.
Out front, though, Joseph McWhorter's still in the lead here. We still try to get these graphics pulled up, so we apologize for that.
And you talked about Michael Bustle. He didn't seem to like this track. He's battling for P4 right now, and Gary Smith.
And one thing you have to think about, though, what is he doing to those tires?
I don't think anyone's really looking after him, except for maybe one or two people right now. And that would be Aaron Smith. And even though Luke's 18 seconds behind, I think he's looking after his tires still.
And we are back. We got the live scoring back. We apologize for that, but we're only on lap 13, so it was out for a bit, but we kept the action rolling.
Because of those colors she added.
More than likely, that probably caused something, but we are back. But right now, the Dash for Cash leader is Joseph McWhorter, as you see, and then Bustle in 5th, Alan Wilson 6th, Jensen with the early problem in 19th.
Yeah, you can't count him out yet. He is putting up some pretty competitive lap times right now.
On board with Alan Wilson here. He's putting Bustle under pressure.
Yeah, that's probably our highest battle on the field right now. That's 4th, 5th, and 6th right there. Definitely about to change hands.
Yeah, Alan Wilson is such a consistent driver that he's going to make his way up there.
Yeah, I'm being pretty methodical so far.
Again, on lap 15 here tonight, coming to 16 as we just took it there. McWhorter, Aaron Smith, Christopher, Gary Smith, and Michael Bustle, the top 5.
Yeah, you got 2 big groups right now. Behind Gary, you got 4 cars. Back to, I believe that's John Barry. And then if you go a little bit further back, you got a group behind Lawrence. It's Tristan, Tim Hendry, and Osipek.
Tristan's going to look down on the inside here of Lawrence.
I think Lawrence probably got tired of seeing that Grim Reaper in the rearview mirror.
Sir, but he's gonna prevail here. That high side, getting a good run for the high side car. Here we go.
Yeah, it's every week.
But Lawrence holds him off there, so we'll keep an eye on that one. Again, Luke Doran and Oscar with the early mistake. Luke getting caught up in it.
And Allen's looking to the bottom of Michael Bustle again for P5. Don't think he's going to be able to make that pass. They almost make contact.
Yeah, this is just a blanket of cars right here.
I think Jerry Smith just got loose, so he's blinking a little bit.
This is the battle for fourth. You see how tight it is right here.
And I think Bustle's going to make this work. Should get a pretty good run off this high side.
Yeah, we've been seeing that tonight. That high side gets an incredible run, but goes down for a little bit of a side draft as Gary Smith continues to blink there. And he's wrecking. Big wreck. John Barry's in it. Michael Bustle's around in the middle of the track, and Bryce Shoemaker's in it. Wow. I think that was caused of the blinking right there.
I believe so. Looks like it was a pretty big gap between the two, so.
We'll go back and rewind it a little bit. It is going to be the blinking right there, I think. Yep, net code.
I mean, you see, there's a big gap between the two.
And there's just nowhere for John Barry to go. And this ends up being pretty bad for Bryce here as we go on board with him. Just nowhere to go. 0-1's coming down. Gets clipped.
I think Bryce might be fine. He's got some. That car don't look bad.
Yeah, it looks like he just got caught in the right rear there, but first caution of the night for incident.
Yeah, and I'd expect everyone to be on pit road.
Oh, maybe not. Aaron Smith staying out, as well as Lawrence. And Alan Wilson.
Well, it's early strategy.
This is one thing you have to worry about if you're like a McWhorter. Now you're going to be going back into the pack. All right, let's see who wins the race off pit road here. Two, this caution really benefits is Luke Doran and Oscar Jensen.
Yeah, I think they would have been able to stay on the lead lap, but they definitely don't mind this.
Not at all, but again, Aaron Smith, Alan Wilson, and Lawrence, and Tristan, and Osipek, Foskett, Nicky Bobby, Keith Shoemaker, Brian Foster, and Jacob Houbre stayed out there.
Yeah, so I don't know if you mentioned it. I had a little lag there. We're going to have to look for some serious tire spin on this restart.
Yes, this track is notorious for it. You know,
we've called races where it's happened.
We've seen someone launch to the moon before. So we got to be ready for that. Under caution for the first time tonight, net code, Gary Smith and Michael Bustle. Bryce Shoemaker getting caught up into it, but I think his car should be fine.
And somehow John Barry doesn't have a meatball flag either, so.
And John Barry as well, also caught up in it. His car looked pretty rough.
I guess it's fine. It looks. It don't look that bad now. I mean, there's a little damage, obviously.
Yeah, the right front's a little crinkled, but.
Yeah,
and the right rear, but.
I saw his hood fly off when it first happened, so.
Big thing's going to be is the engine, okay? Oh, alright, well. Did that start there go about as you expected?
Well, I didn't expect the tire spin at the start of the race, but it actually went a little cleaner than I thought it would. I've seen a lot of people struggling in practice, maybe taking it a little easier right there.
Yeah, I'm telling you, these guys that stayed out, they got to be very careful here. This tire spin that I'm expecting.
Yeah, but if they can make it, they're
Yeah,
in
I
a
mean,
really good
you're gonna
spot.
have an extra set of tires.
They got to make it 16 laps, I believe.
I mean, it's a good strategy if this works out. Which I mean, got some good guys up here. It looks like Aaron Smith's gonna take the top side.
I just expect a lot of wheel spin, especially from the guys, off the front row.
Yeah, and when that happens, the guys behind them have to be ready to check up, or you're just gonna, run into the back of them.
Yeah, and you're talking about people who stayed out. The guy that pitted, Joseph McCorder, he's all the way back to P11. So if something happens, he's right in the middle of it.
Yeah, you just gotta, I'm a little worried. I'm not gonna lie to you. You gotta be careful here.
It's a big week for Joseph. Mark's not here. That's something he's got to take advantage of.
It's safe to say that is his biggest rival. He's always told us he wants to beat him. Can put a good space in between them right here. Of course, you do get a drop week, but still.
And you got to think about that yellow car.
Always got to think about it. Well, here we go. This is we're gonna see what's gonna happen here when this pace car pulls off. Pace car pulls off pretty late there, but we're gonna get to the Geico restarts on. We do have some wheel spin. Osipek spinning them. Nicky Bobby spinning them. They're still spinning them.
They're still spinning them. One's spinning.
That's Osipek. He is around. No caution. We'll get that replay as soon as we can. Well, we caught it, didn't we not?
We got a wreck off of 2.
We do. It's Jacob Huber. That's going to bring out the caution. And we got another
Oscar's
wreck.
in it.
Oscar is in it. Nobody touches him, though. Okay. Got a lot to look at here. Let's go. Let's go back and look at. Let's go back and look at Osipek.
He was trying. He was spinning and spinning them and spinning them, and it finally just didn't take it anymore.
Then we go up here, Jacob Huber. He looks like he might have got some help there, maybe.
Yeah, he was 4 wide for a second. That's
looks like Stouffer gets into the back of him there, gets him out of shape, and then Oscar gets tagged by him.
a very slight contact for both, I believe.
Yeah, both cars should be fine, but another caution tonight.
Oscar's having a good old time.
Yeah. He likes to provide the pictures after every race, so he's got some good shots tonight.
Yeah, he's got some action shots.
As we do have some cars pitting. We got Keith Shoemaker, Nicky Bobby, John Berry, Bryce Shoemaker, Brian Foster, Oscar Jensen, Osipek, and Bustle.
Well, Bustle was already on pit road.
Do we have any word on Ben Shelton? Did he lag out again?
Yeah, he lagged out before qualifying, I believe.
Okay. Oh, he almost made it.
He made more of an effort than I thought he would for a 1.5-mile track.
Honestly, did. I don't expect him next week at Sonoma. I don't know about you.
I don't know. There is dirt.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Unless we can get the version with it's all green. All right, well, second caution of the night, and we got one wrecking back there under caution.
Correct.
We got the 07 around. Nobody touched him. I don't know what happened there.
All right.
Looks like he just spun it out on himself. I'm kind of strange. I don't know, man. I just worked the booth.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I'm not even going to comment on it.
I don't think Oscar's very happy right now with someone.
Can you report that it is?
I don't know. He said he did. He typed it. He didn't say it. He said dumps a guy and then doesn't check up. Nice. Might be talking about Chris Stouffer.
Yeah, I think that's who that's going to be on there. Let's go back and take another look at that wreck involving Chris. Yeah, you can see right there, gets into the back bumper of that 51 and it's going to send the 51 around into the 26. 26 gets clipped just slightly. Should be no damage. Ah, right there is what Oscar's mad. He gets piled into the back there by the 13. Tell you what though, there is no damage on that 13.
Oh, there's some damage on the 26, though. You look at his rear bumper.
I don't know if that was some neck coated him through, and maybe I didn't check my file, but I had to get that one in. To get ready to go green once again here. Lights are off on the pace car, and Aaron Smith's going to take the top side again. Are you hearing anything on the radio?
Just some talking about penalties and stuff.
All right, well. Are you ready for another restart?
Yeah, it should be something.
Where's your top 5 on this restart? It's Aaron Smith, Alan Wilson, Kristen Ferris, Lawrence, and Jim Foskett. You can see Joseph's already worked his way up to P6. Alright, watch out for the wheel spin, of course, once again here. We'll go to the chopper cam here, we'll get an overhead view. Get ready to go green here once we hit the restart zone.
Yeah, we're green now.
Yeah, green flag to Tristan Ferris. Will spins it into the wall. Keeps it out of the way, though. He's in the wall again. I have to say that's pretty good driving, though, to keep it up in the wall. I know you don't want to put it in the wall, but
Yeah, it's better than the alternative.
as look who's already up to P2 and going to take the lead here on those fresh tires.
Yeah, that's that's a fresh tire effect.
Yeah, he just blows past him there, but you got to keep in mind, he's not going to have a set at the end.
Nope, and Aaron's still got all 5 laying in the pits. Joseph's down to 4.
As here they come to 3 and 4. Nick Order leading this race as we near that stage caution. Update on Tristan Ferris. He's able to keep it stable right now in P11. We got some good racing going on with Luke Doran, Lawrence, Boskett, Nicky Bobby.
Yeah, a lot of people under a blanket right now, that's for sure.
We got Chris Stouffer here. No damage, I'm telling you. If you look at that 13 there, it's absolutely no damage.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Jonathan Smith, of course, he won last week, am I right? Jeb Burton at Talladega?
Yeah, he did. He was Luke said he worked on the rear of the car. So he's trying to get a win here on WSCRL as well.
Yes, there he is. As Gary Smith's going to pass the other Smith and Aaron Smith and take P2.
Smith on Smith crown.
And there's a lot of Smiths here together, so you might get confused, but
Here comes Smith.
Gary Smith up to P2. You know, I saw in the Discord before the race, he said he hated this track.
Yeah, I think that was a lie.
Yeah, I think we got bamboozled. But you want to see the difference in fresh tires? 2-second lead for McWhorter.
He's checking out. He's probably gonna win this stage unless he makes a mistake. Now the Gary Smith pit as well.
Gary Smith did pit. as along with Christopher and Jonathan Smith. So you're seeing those fresh tires come up.
Yeah, no surprise there.
The first one not on fresh tires would be Aaron Smith and Alan Wilson.
Aaron Allen and Luke and Lawrence.
Correct.
And I'm guessing that group behind Lawrence is on fresh tires.
Only one actually, Nicky Bobby.
Oh, okay.
Tristan Ferris trying to make a recovery here and get this last stage point. He's going to have to race Jim Foskett for it.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's not very happy
And
with his
Jim's going to
car.
get loose right in front of him. He gets around him though, but then he's going to move up in front of him. Tristan Ferris up to that last stage spot.
Yeah, every point matters in the points right now.
Out front though, Gary Smith under pressure by Chris Stouffer for this P2 spot in the stage.
Yeah, I'm looking back. Oscar Jensen, he's been in both wrecks so far. He's up to P13 now.
McWhorter putting in a statement here on these fresh tires. He is almost a 3-second gap.
Yeah, but I feel like the decision's going to have to be made after the stage ends of what he's going to do next.
You're right on that. I mean, what would you do if you're in his position?
He's got to pit probably. Because without the stage caution, you don't want to know when there's going to be another one now. So
You see McWhorter there. He is full throttle now as we get closer and closer to that stage. Of course, make sure you tune in tonight after the race. They have the post-race show going on. It's going to be a weekly thing where some of the drivers get together and they just discuss what happened and they look ahead to next week, which is Sonoma. That should be fun, right?
yeah, and I'm sure if Joseph gets a win, I'm sure he'll be a fun interview tonight.
As we look back, you know, he was involved in that early wreck, lap 1 wreck. He's up in P8 now, Luke Doran.
I mean, that's not surprising. He is. I think if you asked a lot of people, everyone would point at him being the best tire saver in the league, and he's making it work still. And these tires still yet to change them.
As
Making
it look,
a highlight.
yeah, he is. I mean, I saw him in practice working on that. Look back in that 9th spot. It's kind of getting bottled up again. Shaughnessy and Ferris and Foskett.
Yeah, and that's for those last two points positions. It's gonna get pretty interesting.
Good recovery though by Tristan. You know, he put it in the wall on the restart. And as he gets a little loose there heading into 1.
Gonna come down to those three for that spot.
As here we
Gary
come. Yeah, Gary Smith, go ahead.
He's pulling away a little bit from Christopher for P2.
As here we come to the white flag of the stage, Joseph McWhorter looking for that second stage win. He won at Daytona, so he's going to add another playoff point here.
Yeah, one in the photo finish, 3 wide at the line, if I'm thinking right.
Yes, sir. But we talked about it. You know, Whitley's not here, and this is a good time for McWhorter to grab another playoff point.
He's got to take advantage of that, and he's doing it so far. This battle for P10 is going to go down to the line, I think, though, because Jim Foskey's got a pretty decent
Yes,
run
sir.
here.
Joseph McWhorter is going to take home the stage win tonight at Atlanta. We will go back to that last spot in the stage. It's Tristan Ferris and Jim Foskett. Looks like Tristan's going to get it, though, as he gets that run off turn 4.
Jim drove it in deep. Just couldn't do it.
We should get the caution any moment now, and there it is. Caution is out. This one is for the stage, of course. We had 2 for incidents, but Joseph McWhorter is your stage winner tonight, Josh. So as we talk about that stage, Josh, are you surprised what you saw in the first 40-ish laps?
I think it's a lot of what we expected, with the tires being so important.
Now, of course, we had some drivers pit before the stage end, so what did they do here?
It's a good question. Sure they want new tires.
Now I know you have the radio on. Of course, I don't have the radio on because, well, you never know, right? Are you hearing anything about the tire wear?
No, not much being said. I think they got a hand. All the drivers got a hand for it now. So
As it looks like McWhorter's going to come down here.
yeah, he's gonna be down to 3 sets in the pits now. And I feel like he's got to do that. Like I was saying, you don't know when the next caution's gonna be.
No, sir. I mean, was it too much? 5 sets. It's the first mile and a half with this car. We will, look into that, but you never know, right?
Yeah, it's also Atlanta, and Larry Mack did it with the cheese
I
grater
mean,
on the
why don't you have
tires.
your cheese grater?
I don't know where it is. Well, Aaron Smith just posted his tires in the Discord in the race chat.
Oh,
66.79.
there you go. As McWhorter's going to win that race off, and it's going to be Stouffer, Gary Smith, Jonathan Smith. Looks like Aaron Smith hit the brakes there to let Jonathan Smith go ahead of him, so Aaron Smith could have the inside.
Big IQ moves going on, I guess.
And we saw that as he checked up there. Nobody stayed out though. We'll let you know that. You didn't expect that, but still have to report it. It doesn't look like Michael Bustle's done for the night. In terms of dash for the cash, he might come out there and still run some laps, but looks like his dash for the cash is over, Josh.
Yeah, and that's a shame because he had a lot better run than he was thinking he was going to have.
Of course, we will go back and look at that incident with Michael Bustle.
Surprised he's not in the waiting room for an interview.
Of course, it was a blinking Gary Smith that sent Michael Bustle around hard into the wall, collected John Berry with him, and that's going to end him. It wasn't over from there because Michael Bustle collected Bryce Shoemaker.
Yeah, it's a pretty big wreck.
And of course, it was netcode, right? So Gary Smith's fine. This car is perfectly fine.
Yes, sadly how it works. I feel like if you're the one lagging, you might get a little more damage.
So I will ask you, do you think they should have kept Atlanta in this configuration?
Yes.
So not a big fan of the, let's just call it as it is, Super Speedway Atlanta.
No, especially with this current generation of car. I think actually, but any generation, I don't think it's that great. I just feel like
Right.
Atlanta was just really, really good.
And there's really, when you get like double file, there's really nowhere to go. I mean, you could try to 3 wide, but it's really risky.
Yeah, unlike because we saw it in the NASCAR Coke Series in our race, and they were all the way on the apron. Can't do that in real life.
No, sir, you can't. As the lights are off on the pace car, and it looks like McWhorter's going to pick the high side here. What Aaron Smith has done as well. So everyone pitted. You still got to watch out for the wheel spin, though.
Yeah, we saw that on the opening start.
So once again, we'll go up to the chopper cam. We'll get a look at it as Aaron Smith has blinked out. He's blinking right now. That could be big.
Someone must be printing something.
He did tell us about that. If the competition didn't know about it, they know about it now.
Find his printer address.
So here we go. We're going to do with basically the top 10 here. Let's see who gets the wheel spin. Keep an eye on it. Here we go. Pace car off. We're going to hit the restart zone. McWhorter is going. Gary Smith's the one. He's still spinning them. He's going to drop like a rock here. He's going to have to recover.
He's gonna fall in behind Luke Dorn.
Tell you what, John Berry. I mean, these cars must be pretty durable. Look at where he is.
I told you, this car didn't look that bad from what we first saw when it happened.
As Jonathan Smith moves up to P2, it's a driven 1-2, even without Whitley here. McWhorter and Smith, 1-2. But he's got company coming behind him.
Yeah, Chris Sofer, Alan Wilson, Aaron Smith, Lawrence Shaughnessy, all behind them.
They come down the backstretch here on lap 47. You can see them almost single file. We've got some still double filed in the back, but mostly single file.
Yeah, it's Gary Smith and Bryce Shoemaker. They're battling for P8 or P9. Gary's gonna get it done on the high side.
As Chris Stouffer posts the fastest lap there. Of course, these drivers do get a point for the fastest lap. So, you know, if you got the information up, you can tell who's got it. So, I think later on in the season, you'll see like some F1 strategy. Somebody might come in late. As here comes Chris Stouffer.
Yeah, definitely something we'll see on the road courses for sure.
Stouffer with a hell of a run here.
Yeah, he's looking for the lead. He's gonna get the lead.
If I'm not mistaken, these will be his first laps led since season 2.
That sounds about right. I don't believe he led any last week at Daytona.
So right now he has the fastest lap at the moment. Of course, that will probably change.
Probably changed a couple times.
As Chris Stouffer leads his first lap since season 2 here, and that's on lap 50. So could it be his night? As McWhorter's going to come under pressure now by his teammate Jonathan Smith.
Yeah, 110 laps to go. Got to look after these tires because no more stage cautions.
No, sir. And the track temp, it's gone down a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. It's a 111 now.
Yeah, I think a lot of drivers would wish it would keep going down.
You know, a lot of these drivers are probably also wishing that iRacing would, you know, make the lights work here.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Maybe when no, in iRacing they'll just update the new version and not the good one.
Of course, we have the light poles. You can see them out there. They just don't work.
Forgot to pay the electric bill.
As, you know, go look at Shaughnessy right now. He's got a pack of cars behind him.
Yeah, I really feel like he's trying to save tires. You know, you did an NIL or A Open race, I believe, with him a couple days ago.
Yes.
He's trying to save his tires. He showed that in that race, but it definitely stacks up cars behind you.
A Bryce Shoemaker almost got into the wall there a little bit. Kept it off though.
I feel like we might have another wreck here in just a minute.
Out front though, McWhorter got around Stouffer there.
And they're flopping it back and forth. Luke's getting a run on the high side. He's going to go around John Barry.
Really good, pack racing right here. I mean, you can throw a blanket over all these cars.
Yeah, this looks like New Atlanta.
Luke's going to work that high side, though. He's going to get around his teammate in Lawrence.
Ripping the high side and the high side car.
There you go. You're learning. Tell you what, though, while this is happening, they've lost about 2 seconds. 5th place, Alan Wilson.
Yeah, and Lawrence is starting to get past now.
As now Oscar's going to get around Lawrence. That 07's looking to get around Lawrence on the high side. Good clean racing, though.
Yeah, pack of cars, but yeah, like you said, good racing so far. Giving each other just enough room.
It is basically a 4-car breakaway. Alan Wilson's kind of lost touch to Aaron Smith, but, you know, that could be a mixture of tire saving. As we go back out front, it's, you know, 3 cars under a second here. Almost 4 as Aaron Smith's creeping up.
We got a crash. Wrecking down the backstretch. It's Tim Hendry. I think that's John Barry.
It is. Once again, John Barry involved in another incident tonight.
He's got a lot more damage this time.
It's looking like he might have got some help.
I think he got a lot of help.
So let's take a look. Coming out of the 2 here. Oof. Oof.
I think he got a good amount of help there.
Here they are coming off 2. We'll go to the chopper cam, try to get a better view of this off the exit. Like you can see the '07 coming down there, and he gets John Barry and turns him into the outside wall. That might do in that engine now. All right, well, got some pit stops. Not everyone's pitting though.
Yeah, you got to save as many sets of tires as you can, but I think some of these guys are guys that didn't pit the first time.
As we got Gary Smith, John Barry, Bryce Shoemaker, Keith Shoemaker, Osipek, Nicky Bobby, the '07.
While we're under caution, we got someone that wants to be interviewed if you want to bring him up.
Who we got?
We got Michael Bussell.
All right, let's go ahead.
Michael, is Josh in the booth? You got a copy?
I got a copy. What's up, boys?
Well, you said you didn't like this track. You're running pretty good. What exactly happened out there?
Yeah. So I ran a little bit of practice earlier today. Tried to keep my speed up pretty good, and I mean, the obvious happened. I was eating my tires up pretty bad, so I wasn't really looking forward to the night. But honestly, the racing was really, really chill. It's like everybody knew we were all trying to save tires, and I took advantage of some people getting loose and messing up on the start, and worked my way up to the top 10 pretty quick.
Right, and it looked like neck coat out there. You hate to see that. How bad is the car damage? Is it done for the night?
So I'm still sitting in the car, but they've handed me a can of Copenhagen and a spit bottle, so I expect to be here a while.
And of course, I think he's still your teammate, Ben Shelton. Internet problems again?
Yeah, same old, same old. So,
Alright.
yeah, and I mean, I've been watching a little bit. I hate it for John Barry. I got into him a little bit at the start, first couple of laps, just barely nudged him and wiggled him up pretty good, and then he got caught up in the wreck with me and Gary Smith. So, looked like Gary's got some internet work to do. I know he was blinking pretty bad last week as well.
Yeah, I hate it for you, man. Any plans on being there next week at Sonoma?
Oh yeah, I should be there. We'll see as long as we can get this car fixed up.
Yes, sir. Well, anyone you want to thank tonight?
I just whoever Gary Smith's internet provider is, I appreciate that a lot.
Alrighty, man. Well, we will see you next week out in California.
See you, gents.
All right, always the charismatic Michael Bussell.
Yeah, I'm sure he's ready to turn left and right next week.
Of
I
course,
think he's got a new sponsor and internet provider, though.
of course. We do have one predetermined caution in that. You do have a stage break, but other than that, it's all local. That's
Yeah,
Sonoma.
no.
Unless the track gets completely blocked, which is, to be honest, it could happen.
Anything's possible.
I mean, what is that? Turn 11, the heavy braking? I think it is. We got some people in here that, let's be honest, brakes sometimes don't work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially in these cars. We got ARCA brakes. They're not the ARCA cars, but they're pretty close.
So we'll keep an eye on that. Fourth caution of the night, third for incident. I'm gonna be honest. We're at a under what I expected.
Yeah, I mean, the drivers really seemed like they were not able to figure out this track, but they've done a really good job so far. I'm sure we're jinxing it.
I don't know
I'm
if
sure
we
we
should
have
even
about 8
count the
cautions.
one incident. That was a net code, very big net code. I don't know if that would have happened without the net code.
No, I don't think so either. I think they would have went green as well because they felt like they were racing pretty good.
Well, here we go for another restart. McWater's the leader. He's going to choose that outside lane as Barney has the green flag in hand, and he's waving it. Watch out for the wheel spin, Josh.
Yeah, and looking good so far for everyone.
I tell you who did get wheel spin. That's Chris Stouffer. But he was able to get it pretty quick recovered, but he fell back to third there.
Yeah, Aaron Smith got by him. We got a caution already.
Ah,
I think
like,
someone jinxed it. We got a big wreck.
yes, we do. Caution out again. These guys are having problems here tonight. And I'll tell you who's involved in it. It's Brian Foster, Bryce Shoemaker, and Oscar Jensen.
Yeah, I think Oscar's having one of those nights where everything wants to hit him.
Looks like Brian Foster maybe gets into the apron there, and then Bryce gets into him there, and there's just nowhere for Oscar to go.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be too much damage for any of them yet again, but I'm sure they're not happy to wreck it again.
Not at all.
Hundred laps to go though.
Well, maybe we should stop talking because, yeah, bad luck. I don't know what else to say. Let's check out the YouTube chat. We haven't done that all night, right? That's usually fun. See who's out here in YouTube land. Let me pull it up here. Don't need brakes to go fast. You're right about that. How many sets of tires? They had 5 to start the night. Some guys have already used a bunch of them.
Yeah, I think there's only 2 left, or only 2 sets been used by most people.
As we are under caution again. The 4th one for incident. Well, Josh, you know what that means?
What?
We cannot promote ourselves as a clean racing.
I think we can.
We just can't. We got 4 cautions for incident. I mean, what are we doing out here?
It's one of those things.
You just hate to see it. I would tell you though, it helps those people that weren't really good on the long run.
Yeah, it helps them save some tire as well.
Let's thank some of our sponsors tonight though: Firestorm, Future Designs, Harpoon Designs, and of course ButtKicker. I'll tell you, this track is not kicking butt like we expected. Some people are struggling though, but not as big as a group as we expected.
You're gonna get to a point with these these lines.
Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty good at it.
I've gotten to the point where the drivers are talking about alcohol, so
There we go. What kind of alcohol?
I heard screwdriver.
Okay. Orange juice. Okay.
I heard Lawrence say Natty Light.
Of course, he drinks of that.
I think Jim Boskett said something about PBR, so I guess a lot of different choices.
Sir. As the lights should go off on the pace car here. Take a drink of water. We are about 47 minutes into this race. Coming to 64 laps complete.
I guess we're got another lap. Everyone's ready to go though.
You know, the officials could shorten it.
They're still talking about alcohol, so they're kind of
They're busy,
right now.
but the lights are off, so we are going green next time. Well, we jinx everything we say, so let's have a long green flag run.
So you want a short run?
Absolutely not. Check out the track temp one more time before we go green once again. creeping up a little bit. 113 was 111 a few laps ago, so it's very in. Only 1 mile per hour winds right now.
Michael Bustle's hoping for 42 more cautions.
Things possible, right?
I don't think we're getting 42.
Oh.
Hey, if he gets lucky, maybe the top 3 in the Dash for Cash.
That would be something.
He's still got a shot.
As the pace car is going to pull off, we're going to go green once again. Watch out for that wheel spin.
Stouffer getting it again.
He did, but he recovered pretty good. But I'm have to say, most of the field did not have it as bad as I expected. Watch out, though, for the ones that hit the apron. That was the last caution.
I think we're starting to learn.
You see Jacob Houbre in that all-black 51. Is he trying to intimidate people?
He is. I'm pretty sure that's what he was going for.
I think he's trying to save weight, too. He has no headlight decals.
He don't like his roll cage either. He's talking about it being the wrong color.
I think I see it now. Okay, yeah, you can barely see his headlights, so maybe a new design there.
I think it's a Camaro.
Oh, okay. Well, we are back green. McWhorter with about 4/10 lead over Smith. Aaron Smith, when they're all up here at the same time, you gotta say the first name.
Yeah, Jacob just got hit.
Oh.
By Oscar.
As soon as we go away. And it's 4 wide almost. Because here comes Michael Bustle 42 laps down to the front.
He's gonna win this thing.
He's got places to be, folks.
He's gonna have himself 42 times.
That would be impressive. That might be driver of the day. What do you think?
The formula's messed up, so it'd probably only give him like a 30.
You're right on that. Let's ride on board a full lap with Aaron Smith here, and let's see what he's doing to catch Joseph McWhorter. Josh, they were 198 in the turn 1 there.
And they wanted more horsepower. They definitely got it with this car.
On board here with Aaron Smith, if you're just joining us here. We're at Old Atlanta tonight in the Gen 4, so we got some horsepower.
Yeah, we got a lot of cars nose to tail right now. It's forming up behind Lawrence once again. Oscar's on the move right now, though.
Is Lawrence Shaughnessy the new Ryan Newman? Well, we're going to find out because Oscar's going to send it down to the inside.
I think Oscar's tired of being behind the wrecks.
He's creeping up. Yeah, he's had an eventful night. Car looks pretty good, though, for all those wrecks.
He is driving it hard. He's going to pass Luke.
It is a mess behind Lawrence.
Yeah, it is. It's looking like the Super Speedway again.
As Oscar's going to go inside down on Alan Wilson to get that spot. Maybe, yep, clears him. Jensen up to 5th.
On the mission right now.
Out front still, though, McWhorter with a 3/10 lead. Aaron Smith's closing, though, Josh.
Yeah, talking about closing. Just keep an eye on Oscar. He's already closing in on Jonathan Smith.
Well, the thing, the way things have been going, it's been a short run, so why not push? But, of course, as soon as you do that, there's going to be a long green flag run.
It's always how it goes. Oscar was 0.4 of a second faster than Jonathan Smith that last lap.
And he's in his draft fully now, but see what he can do here as he gets up on him.
He's going to make this pass pretty easily, I think.
As they head into turn 1, Oscar down to the inside on Smith. Almost has him cleared. He is clear. Jensen up to 4th.
Yeah, and did he pit last time, I would guess?
Let's check that out. Yes, he did. He is the freshest tires up here in this bunch. So that explains some of it. but still pretty impressive. Are you surprised how McWhorter's dominated so far?
Really. I think we had Save of the Year candidate, though.
Go ahead.
Tim Hendry on the backstretch. He had some contact, and he was facing the inside wall for a second, but he kept going.
And that's why you watch the post-race show. They're going to be able to go back and look at all of that because we got some action, and we got a 26 on the charge.
He is. He's flying right now. While passing cars, he was still 2/10 faster than both of the leaders.
He's got somewhere he wants to be, and that is first place. As we call that harvicking, right? What we used to call it here. He is running
Right
that
on
bottom.
that white line.
Go down to his nose camera here. We're right down here on the track. He's running in that bottom like a pro. He's eating up these lap times.
Yeah, 32.4 for both of the leaders last time. Oscar 32.2.
As he's down under a second now to McWhorter, so Jensen is on the move, folks. You can see the last times what has popped up on the scoring timer there. 32.2 for Jensen, 32.5 for McWhorter.
He's going to be there pretty fast. He's in their draft now as well.
You know, he used a set there. The other guys didn't, but I think that was a great strategy to get him out of that traffic in the back.
Yep, because he's been stuck there about all night.
It's not been treating him well, let's just be honest.
And, you know, we talked about Michael Bustle. If he wasn't 40 laps down, he'd be P5 right now.
He's on the move as well, and this is what fresh tires mean there. I mean, here comes Jensen. He's in that draft now, that 70.
Once again, 2/10 faster that last lap.
You can see this run. He's about to get off of 4 here.
Yeah, that front two not able to hold the bottom like he is right now.
There he comes. He's going to get that run off too, Josh. Not as well as I expected, but he's going to get into 3. And Smith's just going to let him have it.
No reason to fight.
Looking at the gearbox of the 32, you can see that 26 getting closer and closer.
Yeah, now we got 2 Dash for Cash drivers. 1-2. They got some history on the track.
Yes,
Can't
they
forget
do.
that.
Oscar Jensen was suspended last season for wrecking the 32.
As you see, he's right back to that bottom line. Joseph, middle of the high line.
Here they come through 1 and 2. Jensen with a run.
That bottom worked very well. Joseph got a good run that time, though.
Down on the inside. Jensen. Aaron Smith to the top side.
Why not go 3 wide?
Look at that run he got off, running way up against the wall, pretty much.
Yeah, they're both drafting.
That was an incredible run. It's pushed him ahead of Jensen. He's going to go right back up there. Does he get that run again?
Almost into the wall there, but yeah, he's getting that run.
He might have figured something out there. He's going to go for the lead here. I thought Jensen was going to go to the lead, but it's Aaron Smith.
He's got to make the pass.
Has McWhorter seen that now?
Bottom. Well, he's been giving him the bottom.
3 cars under a blanket here for the lead at Atlanta. As Smith gets really loose coming off 2 there. Able to tuck back in though. Jensen's going to look on down the inside here.
Yeah, and Aaron's going to go back to that high line. Joseph's going to try and cover it, but he's not all the way up in front of him.
See if he can get that run once again off that top side. Not as good as the original time, but still pretty good run.
Yeah, I don't think he got as much air on the nose that time.
Bryce is back on the move after getting in another wreck. Moves past Tristan Ferris.
And Aaron's clear now for P2. Oscar definitely used up his stuff, but I'd say it's a gain for Oscar overall.
I mean, that's what you got to do, though. I mean, he was stuck back in some bad traffic and getting involved in every wreck. Waters working that high side now. Here he goes, Josh.
Aaron to the bottom. Can he make it work? I just feel like you're going to have to make the move on the high side.
It's going to be very hard passing that bottom because look at the run the high side gets. You have to check up, though. If you're on the bottom, you don't want to wash up and wipe out the guy on top.
You know, I think we saw this in the last race here before they ruined the track. Between Kyle and Kurt were battling for the win. Kyle was on the high side, Kurt was on the bottom. Could have been the other way, but guy on the bottom was just not able to pass.
Well, that battle's kind of, it's, you know, still there. I just want to, Luke Doran and Christopher going at it. Luke Doran recovering up to P4. Both Jensen and Doran up in the top 5.
Yeah, but I don't think that's really a surprise. Luke is definitely looking after those tires, probably better than anyone in the whole field.
Of course, this is his home track. Look at this run. Look at the run.
Aaron to the high side. Tried to. Lap car.
I believe that's going to be the
Stand
lapper of John Berry. Yep. Aaron, you could reach out and touch the wall if you're riding in the passenger seat, which we are, and he's in the wall.
Oh, he's in the wall. 3 wide. That's the negative of running the high line.
Didn't lose much time, though.
No, not at all.
Going right back up to it. Oscar with a
trying to arm
send. He's going to wash up. Be careful. What we were talking about, huh?
Yeah, no love lost. Aaron, Joseph kind of checked up there. Got it right eventually.
Oh, Oscar's going to wash up.
It cost Oscar some time right there.
Cost him a good bit of time, but he's going to be able to recover.
These 3 definitely not looking after tires
This
right
is
now.
some good racing up here, though, but Luke Doran's closing.
Yeah, these 3 aren't looking after tires. I can tell you that much. Aaron to the bottom. If he can just stay side by side with him.
You about got loose into the 32. That would have been something.
If he could have just stayed side by side with him, I think he can make this pass, but it's not going to happen.
It's just going to be so hard to pass there on that bottom. Of course, I will say your top 2 last on pit road, Josh, 42, lap 42.
So they'll probably be in soon.
We head to lap 90 now, so and Oscar was in on lap 61.
Yeah, so he can go about 20 laps longer, and I expect him to probably do that. If you can go longer, which, I mean, he's fast, he's showing it, but if you can go longer, catch a caution, catch a bunch of people a lap down, that's pretty good.
We've been on this shot as they come down the backstretch. The 5's getting closer and closer.
Yeah, he's
He is-
hard picking.
He's fully in the shot when we go to the backstretch, so. 70's going to put it up in there again.
I think he might have it right here.
32's just going to get a pretty okay run off the top side. It's going to keep him ahead right now.
Five's coming.
We called that. He's getting closer and closer.
Can't get it done. The outline's just a little too good.
So we do have a car on pit road. That's Brian Foster on pit road. Just let us know if you hear anything about anyone coming to pit road.
Yeah, we'll do. No chatter yet.
Coming to get lap 93.
Wow, as I say that, 70 in this lap.
There we go. Let's see if we can get it woed down here. Now, if this is real life, you got to pit on the backstretch, but you don't have to do that here.
Yeah, not yet. There's gonna be some unhappy drivers when we did that.
All right, let's see if he can get it woed down here. He has lost a race here before, not getting it woed down. Coming in hot, and Luke Dorn's going to come in with him.
Yep, Luke's following him in. So is Christopher, I believe.
And Foskett. All right, your Dash for Cash drivers running a 1, 2, 3 right now.
Like it was planned.
No question, all 4 tires on every car that comes down pit road.
Yeah, if it's not, then it's a Ferrari strategy.
The amount of fall off here is crazy. Still have the cars on pit road there, as you see. As McWhorter's going to put them a lap down, but that will all cycle.
32 in this lap. 32, 9 in this lap. 10 in this lap. 72, 97. It's gonna be busy.
As Aaron Smith, pretty good gap off pit road from Luke.
Yeah, I expect a very busy pit road this lap.
Here he comes. Can he get it woed down? McWhorter's coming in.
50 miles per hour is the speed limit.
Like he got that pretty good as Jensen takes over the lead. So what we're going to look at, Jensen was last in on lap 61, right?
Yep.
We're going to show you the difference in fresh tires and old. We're going to give you Aaron Smith's lap time to Jensen's lap time.
Alan Wilson will be in this lap.
Yep, here he comes on the pit road as Aaron Smith goes around the outside. Allen with probably the most conservative, one of the most conservative entries there that we've seen.
I think he's seen it, the difference already. Look
Yes.
at Joseph and look at Aaron.
Last time by Oscar Jensen, a 33.4. Aaron Smith, 31.4.
Well, I'm just talking about that extra lap Joseph ran. Look
About
how much time it cost him.
about 2 seconds of fall off.
Yeah, and you see him in the same shot now.
You know, you were talking about that. Luke Dorn also around Joseph.
Yeah, that's not a good pit cycle for him. But he is going to be flying on these first tires.
Of course, Aaron Smith gets his lap back the hard way. This is not going to be the last stop, by the way, for these guys.
No, not for these guys.
Now,
I think Oscar's in a good spot right now.
Oscar Jensen, Bryce, and Tim, they all pitted on lap 61, 62.
Yeah, and I think the last guys went, what, around 50 laps?
Yeah, correct. So,
It'll be pretty close.
only thing, though, you're going to be losing so much time to the new tires here.
Yeah, that is true, but
But then you will have the fresh tires, but we're going to see how it plays out.
differing strategies always make stuff better.
I tell you what, though, if you asked Jensen at the start of the night when he wrecked if he was going to be up front, I don't know if he said yes.
think he probably would have. He's pretty confident in his abilities.
Been a wild night. Then he got involved in another incident
And another one. And another one.
as the lap cars of Dorn and McWhorter get their laps back.
Yep, and McWhorter's looking low on Joseph.
And these two have had a run in. Remember back at Coda?
Yep, battling for a P2 behind Aaron.
So there's history all on this racetrack.
Aaron 4 seconds up on Joseph McWhorter right now. Nicky Bobby P2. Bryce P3, Keith P4. Said they're all on alternate strategies, right?
Yes, Nicky Bobby last in on 56, so he'll have to come a little earlier than Jensen. We got Keith Shoemaker coming in. Other than that, that pretty much covers all those guys that pitted for our 56 and 61 pitters.
Now we just got to see how it ends up playing out for him.
Pull the weather back up, see what we're at. Track temps 107. That's the lowest it's been all day.
Yeah, I think it's falling as well.
As you can see, the shadows start to creep in here from the billboards.
Now, and Alan Wilson's about to get his lap back right here, probably into turn 3.
He's just gonna blow past him here, and then you just see the difference there.
Next time to do that will be Lawrence Shaughnessy.
You know, he was expecting to be up in the race control booth by now, but he's doing pretty good tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's had some log jams behind him, but he's just been taking care of those tires and being smooth with it.
Got 9 cars on the lead lap right now, about to be 10 when Shaughnessy gets up here.
And through that pit cycle, we had 2 guys calling tonight, Brian Foster and John Barry.
Back-to-back bad weeks for Foster.
And as I say that, Michael Bussell joins him. So I guess he ain't going to get those 42 laps back.
That looks like he's going to come short of that.
Lawrence is going to get his lap back here around the outside.
Yeah, he'll get a good run here off 2. The next one's going to be Foskett. And then we got Jonathan Smith, Gary Smith.
Yep, and if you're Oscar, you got to run this as far as you can. You got to run it out of gas pretty much.
I mean, you're right. He's going to have some, compared to these guys, once he pits, he'll have some really fresh tires. But the thing's going to be, how far does he fall behind here?
Yeah, and then you got to remember, everyone else will be back down. I think this will probably be his last stop.
So just keep this in mind. Right now, Aaron Smith is 17 seconds back right now, as we got the 07 in of Tim.
Yep, he's also one of the last ones to pit. As Jonathan Smith and Gary get their laps back.
Nicky Bobby in.
Oscar's got a little bit of a gap to the next guy to go. Try and get his lap back.
Nicky Bobby was pretty hot getting in there, but he was able to get it woed down.
Yep, I haven't seen any black flags thus far on pit road.
You gotta say, that's, you know, pretty good credit to the drivers there. This is a hard pit road.
Yeah, not an easy one. No pit road's easy for me to get on, but
Yeah, I mean, ask me about Dover.
hey, you ate some barrels.
So, Jensen and Shoemaker Bryce, last one's not to pit.
Yeah, and they're in their, they made their bed. They got to go as far as they can. They're losing time, but they're gonna gain it all back whenever they come to pit road.
Aaron Smith, 14 seconds back in the lead.
Yeah, Aaron's last lap was a 32. Oscar was a 33. Over a second.
So you can already see Aaron's starting to fall off a little bit. It's, of course, over a second faster, but still, it's starting to fall off.
Yep. Tristan's going to go by to get his lap back on Oscar right now.
Next one will be Jacob Hubre. I think he's a pretty good bit back, though, right? Yeah, he's just now going through 1 and 2.
Brian Foster was having internet issues. Oscar's
Jensen's in. Yep, Jensen is in. He gets it woed down. So that's going to give Bryce Shoemaker the leader, Josh.
Yeah, unless he pits as well.
I believe he's going to be able to lead this lap. It's going to be close. Let's see if he can get this bonus point. And he does.
He does stay out. I think he's going to go as long as he can, though.
So remember, only the top 10 make the playoffs, so every point matters. We saw last season in a tiebreaker.
Yep.
So this could be, one of those points that helps him, as not going to be leading for long because Aaron Smith's under a second.
Bryce is in this lap.
Let's see if he can get it woed down. He does. Good stuff from everyone tonight.
So now we cycle back to Aaron in the lead by about 2.3 seconds on Joseph.
That's Nicky Bobby behind Aaron. He's got some fresher tires than Aaron. So you see where Jensen fell out to, right?
Yep.
So let's keep an eye on that.
Did not go a lap down.
That's pretty good pit stop there. That's big. 29 seconds back, though, but he'll eat that up.
If you look at Bryce, he's just now off of pit road. He did go a lap down.
So,
but
yeah, go ahead.
Bryce will eat it up as well, and Bryce also has 1 extra lap of fuel on Oscar.
So that could be big at the end. We'll keep an eye on it.
Bryce about just spun it off. Trying to make a pass on Alan Wilson, hit the apron.
Gotta watch out for that apron here. It's pretty safe to say some of these guys are going to be worn out after tonight.
Yeah, long race tonight. And it takes a lot out of you here. One of the more grueling races I don't think Oscar's pushing all the way.
No, he's going to have to save some tires for the end, that's for sure.
He is still faster, but I feel like he's got a lot more.
Let's pull up your time delta here. We can see how McWhorter's closing this gap. On lap 108, it was 2.6 seconds, down to 1.7 now.
Yeah, it's just showing that Joseph's pushing for sure.
So you're just now joining us. We do have some different strategies here that are going to play out. Of course, a caution just throws all this out the window, but right now, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, see which one's the right one. Like the ones we got to watch are Oscar and Bryce, and then on the other strategy, you got Joseph, Aaron, and Luke.
So again, to keep you updated on the fastest lap point, that does get a point this year. Doesn't matter where you finish in the race, you still get that point. It's going to be Chris Stouffer right now.
Yeah, and he's also in that same strategy as Aaron and Joseph. He's 7 seconds back to the lead right now, battling with Alan Wilson for P4.
As Aaron Smith blinks out there, Josh. But he's back.
Is he?
Oh, he's fully gone. Uh-oh.
Well.
He's back. He is back. He is back.
His ping is 1100.
Equivalent to an engine blowing up. Is that happening right now?
His ping's at 1100 right now, so...
Somebody turn off the fax machine. He's back, though.
Someone heard about the printer.
Whitley, stop doing that.
He's at Disney World.
Hey, you never know. McWhorter's down to 1.6 though, so he's closed it up a good bit. As Alan Wilson gets around Christopher, working on it though, not around fully.
Yeah, that's the battle for P4. Also in that strategy, just gotta pit one more time.
Of course, if you're looking at your live timing, McWhorter would take home the money right now, but we got pit stops again.
Yeah, and that last lap, Oscar was about 0.8 of a lap faster than Aaron Smith, a second faster than Joseph.
As the laps wind down here, we're going to come get lap 120. As you see, Josh, those shadows are starting to creep in even more. That's going to cool down the track.
Yeah, down to 104 and falling. Gonna definitely change the feel of the cars as well.
It's going to be better once we get more grip out there. It's going to be worse. Still, Aaron Smith running that bottom. Not as much as he was when he was battling McWhorter, but probably a little tire saving going on.
Yeah, I feel like that's the name of the game right now. Now these guys that got to pit again, you think there's any way they would consider 2 tires?
I think it's got to be 4 every time you're down.
I think someone will try it though.
I mean, you could try it, but
if you're Alan Wilson, Christopher Lawrence, you're not gonna beat Aaron or Joseph by taking 4.
of course Jensen, and it looks like he's pretty heavily tire saving.
Yeah, he's gonna be going to the end. Might also be a little bit of fuel saving as well, though, just to make sure.
I'll tell you what though, this really didn't help is Bryce. He's still a lap down.
Yeah, he's slowly getting there. About 8 or 9 seconds behind.
Of course, a caution we can throw out the thing. Everybody's going to be back down.
Yeah, it'd be everyone for 4.
As Aaron Smith comes up on his good buddy Nick Osipek. I think Osipek's friends with everyone though, right?
Yeah, he just said middle finger out the window.
No. There we go. Of course, these two know each other, so.
Osipek running P13, pretty solid run for him. What paint scheme does it show for him?
We're showing just a 24 iRacing car.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing as well.
I know he was late joining. I gotta pick a scheme. Oh, okay. You ran that one last week.
He'll figure it out eventually. Maybe next week.
Tell you what, turn 1 and 2 is almost completely covered in those billboards shade.
Yep, we're talking about Bryce. He's going by the spec right now for P13. Next car is Aaron Smith.
And why I bring that up, Josh, that means 1 and 2 is almost completely covered in shade while 3 and 4 is in the sun.
Yep.
Aaron Smith blinked out again. He might be gone this time. He's back. Now he's out. Well, we could have an engine blowing up. He's back.
He's gone again.
This could be big.
He's back again, and he's gone again. He's back again.
If he lags out, he's gonna go multiple laps down time he gets back in.
He's back. He's gone again.
And we see it on the live timing. He's just going back. We see the smoke of the car appearing on and off the track. Well, Joseph McWhorter could be the leader here any second.
Think he might be gone.
That could be it. I think he's gone. Oh, no, he's back. This is interesting. Kind of a guessing game.
70 pitting this time.
Gonna call it a night. Wow.
Back now.
He's back, but he's gonna be bringing it down. He's in there pretty hot. He might have got a penalty there. Let us know if he did. He's in pretty hot.
Aaron's not happy on the radio.
I think he's gonna go throw that printer out of the window. What do you think?
Yeah, probably.
Well, that just shook things up, huh?
He's not out of it though.
He is not out of it. If he doesn't call it a night, though, he's back, coming back on the track. Luke Doran's in.
Yeah, he's covering Aaron there.
Christopherson. Alan Wilson. Oh, almost into the back bumper there. Chris Lawrence in.
This hurts Oscar, I believe.
Yeah, this is kind of early, is it not? Or is this right on cue? These are like... No,
30 to go. Splitting it in half, kinda.
those guys were in on like lap 95-ish. So you think that's early, or Joseph's coming in?
Splitting it in half.
Ooh. Check Joseph.
No
All
penalty
good.
yet.
All good. Okay. So I'm almost sideways getting in there, so we just wanted to check.
Gary Smith wanted to come that time, wasn't able to get down.
No, he had the lapper of Jacob Oubre in the way there, but he's going to lead that lap.
And Jacob pitted lap or two before.
So that wasn't Smith checking his internet. That was a planned stop.
I believe so.
Okay. Gary Smith's in. That's going to hand the lead over to Jonathan Smith. I have to say, this track has provided some good racing tonight.
It has. Oscar's definitely doing all he can to tire say right now.
He's going to have to. Is it going to matter, though? Because Aaron... So we talked about how much time you're going to lose. Aaron Smith is only 13 seconds back of the lead.
Yeah, it's a good stop for Aaron.
As Oscar's going to go to the lead here. You know, this is me. I think if you're Oscar right now, you want a caution.
Yeah, I think everyone, it would be good for him.
I don't think he's going to win with this strategy.
Well, I actually think he'd want Aaron to get as close as he can before passing, then the caution. Because then I'm sure everyone would be in.
Well, we just had a really fast lap put down. That's going to get the fastest lap. That's Joseph McWhorter with a 30.9.
Yeah, that's, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, that's a pole lap. Pole lap was a 30.934.
Yeah, I saw that on live time, and I just saw purple come across the screen.
Max Verstappen lap.
So, McWhorter getting the stage win, and so far that extra point for also the fastest lap.
Hey, we said it. He's got to take advantage of Mark not being here. Mark already had a bad race at Daytona and not here tonight. Got to take advantage.
Oscar Jensen, your leader. Aaron Smith, 9 seconds back. And closing rapidly.
Yeah, Aaron was 1.3 seconds faster that last lap.
As Jonathan Smith pits.
He's in this time.
Keith Shoemaker in. Oh, he might be hot. 07 in.
Don't see any penalties still.
We're going to have to give a shout out to all these drivers for getting on the pit road really good tonight.
Yeah, on the limit for sure.
So we hit that crossover now, Josh. We got 24 laps to go.
Yeah, and I feel like, me saying Oscar wanted them to go a little bit longer.
He
I
needed
think
it.
Oscar,
He needed
he
that.
was probably hoping they were going to pit around this time.
Because, you know, when this all first started, you had like a lap ahead, right? But
Yep.
once you stay out for that long, you lose all that, and you're seeing it now. Aaron Smith's 4 seconds back.
Yeah, but through that pit cycle, Joseph lost a lot of time.
Once again, he did, and I think he's also going to be one of those people that need a caution. Keep an eye on Bryce here. It might actually pay out for where he was going to finish tonight. He's 4th right now.
Yeah, he was also like Oscar. He was in the mess for the first couple carpool wrecks. His alternate strategies helped him as well.
So we got some racing back here for the 11th spot. Bears going around Bobby. Bears kind of following Mick Water there through it.
I don't know what I'd do if I was Oscar.
I mean, there's
Rough situation.
if he pits right now, I mean, what, he goes to 8th?
Yeah, and Aaron really hasn't fallen off that much. Aaron's still running 31s. 31.7 that last lap.
There's really nothing you can do. I mean, right now you're just looking in the mirror and you see the yellow banana getting bigger. All right, well, purple across the screen again. That might be the fastest lap. Let me check. It is by Jonathan Smith, a 30.90.
Yeah, that would have been the pole.
That is the fastest lap of the race. He gets the point right now. McWhorter ran a 30.91.
Wow.
And that
Caution.
just shook everything up. It's Jacob Oubre. Oscar Jensen just got saved. He might have got help, Jacob. And he did. 07 ran him over.
Yeah, he did. Not sure what Jacob was doing though. Checking up off the corner. But hey, I'm sure Jacob will be getting a Christmas card from Oscar Jensen now.
Absolutely.
And Tim Hendry.
So that means, let's see here, Jonathan Smith's going to be the lucky dog.
And I expect all the lead lap guys to breathe down pit road.
Hey, big break for Bryce Shoemaker. This really paid off. That strategy paid off for him.
Yeah, big time.
We'll see if these guys stay out for a wave around to get back on the lead lap. Because I don't think this is going to be the last caution.
I feel like some of them will, but I feel like that's another hard bet to make because you're going to be on bad tires. But the leaders, they're all in.
Gotta be. Here they come.
Might be Joseph's last set.
This is going to be a very important race off pit road.
Yep, I feel like it's between 26 and 70.
You said, does somebody take 2 tires? This would have been the time, right?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could be. Looks like Oscar's in good, 70's in good, so is the 32.
All right, here we go. Looks like 4 tires for everyone.
Oscar's pointed in a little bit in this box. Might cost him a little bit of time.
It is Smith, pit road.
Little things on pit road to make a difference.
I tell you what though, Josh. I don't know if he's doing it to lead a lap. Gary Smith stayed out.
Well, guess we will see. That would be very bold.
If he does not, I mean, technically
I mean,
he can lead a lap here and then pit because there's a lot of cars a lap down.
hey, that number did stay out here at Atlanta one time.
It did, and it caused a major wreck. I think Lawrence will remember that.
We'll see. I mean, pit road's open right here. He would not lead a lap. Aaron's right behind him. He's staying out.
Well, this is going to shake it up. He was last in on lap 131.
12 laps, old tires.
Depending on which lane he takes here, somebody behind him might get screwed. If he takes the outside, it's going to be McWhorter. If he takes the inside, it's going to be Oscar.
Lawrence was a fan of the reference. FYI.
Oscar, that's what we get paid to do. Well, we don't get paid. Looking at that 9 zoomed in now. Running that white livery, right? Covered in rubber.
Gary will be taking the outside.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. You think that's gonna hurt McWhorter?
Well, Joseph's probably going to try and split him.
Okay. Let's check the YouTube chat before we go green again. Alright, well, we're not going to repeat that, but yeah, we'll just go ahead. Alright, so who's your money on?
I got to stick with my pick, man. I got to go with Joseph.
You feel good about it?
I feel like he's going to be super aggressive here. Money's on the line. He's right close to Oscar. He's got to make something happen on this restart.
Yeah, speaking of that restart, lights are off on the pace car.
Who are you going with?
I think Aaron Smith's in the best spot.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be able to hook that bottom.
I think Joseph might be in the worst spot. Just really depends how Gary gets a launch.
If he sees a hole, if he sends a hole, I expect Joseph to take it.
As track temp now is way down to 97 degrees. As we hit 5:21 sim time, so. Here we go, Josh.
Coming to lap 146. Be 15 to go.
The dash for cash is side by side too. As we get the green flag, Smith does get a little wheel spin. Gary Smith.
It's a good start, and Joseph finds the hole, like I said.
You're gonna have to bring your A game, Josh. 15 laps to go.
Oscar's not clear.
It's a 2-car breakaway.
Yeah, we're about to see some fast laps, that's for sure. Oscar's clear, Luke's clear, and so is Chris.
Yep, there is no more tire saving. It's go time. Again, we want to thank Firestorm, Harpoon Designs, Future Designs, and ButtKicker for sponsoring tonight. Get that last,
make it work.
Get that last ad read in, why don't you?
Always.
We come to get 13 laps to go. Yep, we just had a really, really fast time put down. Oscar Jensen, 30.7.
Yeah, same with Joseph. 30.7. That's 0.2 faster than the pole.
That's all about track temp. Track's completely in shade right now. There's a cloud
Right.
hanging over the track.
Gonna see some fast times continue to pop up then.
Do we get any purples? Yes, we do. Christopher. 30.75.
5-car race. I mean, I think each of these 5 cars still have a chance. If they can get up there, and Oscar had a bad corner there. Here comes Luke.
This is when the racing gets really good. You don't have to tire save.
Up his full push to the end.
Look at this
11 to go.
pack of cars back here behind Lawrence again.
I feel like that's been the theme of the race.
McWhorter is in a full draft now of that 70. Here comes Doran on this 26.
Yeah, to the outside. He's making that work all day. Will it work on the fresher tires? So I think it is.
You're right. Doran up to P3. The hometown kid.
Yep, and Joseph, he wants this win, but for the Dash for Cass, he's loving what he's seeing in his mirror. Because Oscar
Is
in some trouble
struggling.
right now.
Yep, Christopher's going to go around him. Nine laps to go. 4/10 lead for Aaron Smith.
Yeah, and Aaron was a 10th faster that lap.
I believe Jim Foskett might have had a penalty. He's 3 laps down.
Didn't hear anything about it on the radio.
Good news though, these guys do get a drop week, so you'll drop your lowest finish. Of course, this is only race 2 of the season. Next week, these guys are at Sonoma.
Yeah, it might be a race that a lot of people drop. 7 to go. Pretty much identical.
Luke Doran from Augusta, Georgia, running P3.
Yeah, pretty much identical laps for the front 4.
Is McWhorter saving anything? Does he have a late push here? Do we have DR? Wait, wrong sport.
Yeah, that comes on at 7 a.m.
Yeah. Does he have any push? Oh yeah, that's also tomorrow. Sun's out.
Yep, 5 to go.
Track temp got all the way down to 95. It's going to heat back up a little bit.
Yeah, not a good lap that last time for Joseph.
He's falling off. Well, we know how he is. He's going to be severely disappointed if he does not win this race.
Yeah, Aaron, especially with Aaron's connection issues.
Five laps to go.
Aaron faster again that lap, just flicking off laps. Gonna go back to back to start the season.
Yes, sir. The sun completely out now. Only part of the track that's in shades 1 and 2 because of the billboards.
Four to go now for Aaron.
He is pulling out now. That 70 car is pulling away.
About a 10th faster that lap. I think the battle's going to be between our two picks.
That's what it's looking like. pack of cars behind Lawrence have kind of dissipated now. So
I saw Osapek in the chat saying load her up, boys, and put it on the trailer, and then I went and looked, and he's running fine.
07 down on pit road. We're coming to get 2 to go, Josh.
Yep, 2 to go, and Aaron, pretty comfortable lead.
Yeah, looks like he's got this one in the bag from back to back.
He
And,
wants to see that white flag.
You know, I don't want to tell the field this though, but he's pretty good at road courses.
Yeah, I'd say so. Luke's trying that outside line.
It's been between McWhorter, Smith, and Jensen all night, though.
Yep, and then Luke and Stouffer and Lee Allen and Wilson and them have just been right there sitting all night, but white flag right here.
Yep, white flag sponsored by Firestorm Racing at Atlanta.
Now, we talked about Joseph wanting to take advantage of Mark not being here. You know, Aaron, he's taking advantage of it too. He's going to go for 2 for 2.
We got a late pass for 5th place. It's Oscar Jensen getting passed by Lawrence.
Yeah, not a good last set of tires for Oscar.
But coming off turn 4, it's going to be Aaron Smith with back-to-back wins to start the season. Aaron Smith wins at Atlanta.
And Joseph's going to bring it home.
Jensen's going to wreck across the start-finish line. Lawrence got him. He just gets killed.
There is death on the front stretch.
That's a way to end it. And Firestorm's wrecking. Yeah, that's a way to end it. Dominant performance, though. Those closing laps by Aaron.
Yep.
Go come around to get another checkered flag on the year. Here it is. Impressive burnout.
Burning it down through the leg.
Taking in those victory celebrations, Josh. Are you surprised by the results?
No. I don't think anyone in here is surprised. He's pretty good at this.
That he is. Well, we'll take a quick break, and then we'll get these top 3 finishes in here, and then we'll hand it off to the post-race show. How about that?
Yeah, sounds good.
We'll be right back for your top 3 interviews. Alrighty, Josh. What do you say we bring in the top 3 finishers here tonight in Atlanta?
Yeah, sounds good.
Get it started with the one and only hometown kid, Luke Dorn.
Yeah, bring in LP3.
Hey, man, Luke, you got a copy?
I got you.
Well, hometown track. How was it out there tonight?
It was slick, and the tires were melting after about 20 laps.
All right, and how did you handle that all night? Of course, you're great at saving tires. How did that change your strategy there?
Well, with the long runs we did, we go about 40 laps, maybe 45, and you just had to sit there and just ride for 30, and then I'd start pushing it as we got to the end of the runs. But the hardest thing tonight was restarting around these guys. They can't control it with all this power.
All right, so there's gonna have to be some work done, right?
Yeah, hopefully this is the worst case. I don't think any other track will be quite as bad as this one when it comes to the restarts. But yeah, maybe they need to practice restarts once a week or something.
And before Josh gets to his question, speaking of those restarts, it started on lap 1 for you. You got collected in one of those.
Yeah, they just it was crazy. I guess it caught them by surprise, but you would think that with all this power in second gear you would spin, but you would even spin once you got to third and fourth. I mean, you were controlling, pedaling the throttle pretty much all the way to 1, and some of these guys went to third and kept their foot in it and couldn't hold it.
Yes, sir. Well, go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, we saw you in practice and in the race working the high line, and we saw it in the race. The leaders working the high line as well. You think that was the best line for the longer runs?
Well, I think I don't know about anybody else, but I would run the bottom and take care of my tires for about 30 laps, and then in qualifying or towards the end of the runs, I'd start ripping the top. Because if you did that for 30 or 40 laps, you wouldn't make it 30 or 40 laps. You'd make it 20 and blow right front or something.
Sir, well, anyone you want to thank tonight for your P3?
Yeah, I'd like to thank the guys at High Side and everybody watching, and you guys for putting on our own broadcast. So hopefully we don't have anybody leaving us and coming back and changing them in the middle of the season. So, and I'd like to thank all the guys that showed up tonight.
Yes, sir. Well, before we send you out, I want to just say congratulations, and hopefully you get this nice wheel.
Yeah, man, nice wheel, man. You gotta. Anybody who doesn't have a nice wheel, make sure you go out and get one. Fanatec.
All right, Luke. We'll be seeing you next week at Sonoma.
All right, see y'all later.
Yeah, you had to be there to get that.
Yeah, it's inside joke.
All right, well, this next guy, he's probably going to be pretty disappointed. He might be happy though. He won the stage, and did he get the fastest lap?
Well, he also won the Dash for Cash.
Yeah, I mean, so pretty good night. Looks like Chris Stover's going to get him out for that fast lap, but let's get him up here.
Yep.
Hey, Joseph, this is Skylar in the booth, man. You get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you didn't get the win, but you did get the Dash for Cash, so is that a good trade?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, P2 tonight, what could you have done different?
I don't know. I just wasn't good enough. I got screwed on that restart and kind of had to wait for the 97 to figure his shit out there on the restart because he got real loose, and I didn't want to get a penalty for pass before the start-finish line. So Aaron jumped out to about half a second, and I couldn't chase him down. I just was overdriving like a motherfucker and couldn't get him. I don't know. It just sucks.
All right, but I mean, you do collect some good points tonight, and you won the stage, so that's big, and you got that extra playoff point.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good night, good points night. Led a lot of laps. Me and Aaron were pretty damn even on a long run. I started changing my lane to kind of make sure he stayed behind me, and luckily he got to me as we came down to about a couple laps left on gas. I mean, it worked out good, and he pitted a little bit early. He pitted like 2-3 laps earlier than I did, and it kind of gave him a big gap to me and him, and then I was just trying to play catch up after that, and I just made a mistake on pit road and got him to about a 5-second lead over me after that, and the caution came out, and then I just wasn't good enough tonight.
Josh, go ahead.
Yeah, looking on the positive side, get some nice points and get a build a lead on Mark and the points. How do you feel about going to Sonoma next week?
I'm excited. I mean, when we did the pre-race or the preseason stuff and we ran the Roval, I was a lot faster than Mark, so I'm kind of hoping that we can have that same speed. We ran third there last season to Aaron and Mark. I was right up there, both of their tailpipes the entire race, but we were so even on speed that like all three of us, just none of us could make a pass on one another. And I can't remember if Aaron won that or if Mark won. No, Mark won that because I think Aaron made a mistake or Mark got into the back of him or something like that. But we're not really going to have an option like that in this car for that race. So I think we definitely have a good shot at it. I mean, we've had a lot of really good runs on road courses, but it seems like I'm always playing the bridesmaid, either Aaron or Mark. So I don't know. I'm going to do a little bit of testing tonight and see if I can't get myself a little bit better because I got to find something if I want to get in victory lane this season versus those two.
Yes, sir. Well, before we head out to California, anyone you want to thank tonight for P2?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to thank Red Camel Racing. You can check them out at redcamelracing.com. They can help you with all your fire suit needs, custom work, custom design, stuff like that. I mean, you guys have seen my fire suit that I've ran, and I've got like the Driven Motorsports and the Harpoon logos on there. They can do a custom embroidery on anything. They've got brand new shoes coming out that are really cool, so go check them out at redcamelracing.com. Harpoondesigns.com. They make the beautiful schemes that you guys see each and every week on all three of our cars. John actually had a good run tonight, so that was cool. He got seventh tonight. He was looking really speedy there for a while, but shout out to him, shout out to Danny, shout out to all the admins, everybody that watches every week, everybody that supports me. I love everybody, and ready to get on to road course next week and see if we can go get it done there.
Yes, sir. Well, we will see you there.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, that's always the charismatic Joseph, Josh.
Yeah, he's definitely not happy about the finish, but long season, and that's gonna help him long term, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's all gonna add up. But let's get on the Banana Man himself, the winner. Hey, Aaron, this is Skyler in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yeah, I've got you.
Well, that was a wild race tonight. Looks like you were close to lagging out there. Was that the case?
I couldn't really tell, honestly. I saw the numbers turning red on my my little ping box or whatever it's called, but it never really got so bad that it would boot me out of the race. Like all of the qualities were fine. Like they were staying above 70, so I wasn't too afraid of that. I was more afraid of hitting somebody with my my lagging car. But fortunately, I wasn't near anybody when it happened, and I was able to continue on. But I'll try to figure out what the source of that issue is and try to solve it by Sonoma, I guess.
Yes, sir. And how did you handle tonight? A lot of you guys were talking about the track being real slippery. How did you handle that?
Well, it was pretty slick on the beginning of the run, but as it went on, I guess it did get a lot more slippery by the end of the run. I don't know where I'm starting that sentence with, honestly, but yeah, at the beginning of the run, the right front was like sliding up the track more, but toward the end of the run, the right rear would start to kind of kick out there. And I was having a lot of fun racing Joseph there in that one run when we were flinging it around the outside, but once we got that long green flag run in, I started to kind of gain time on pit road. I don't know how I was doing that. I was trying not to wreck on my entries. I had the back end kick out a couple times there, but fortunately we were able to pull out to a strong enough gap. Then the caution came out and I had to race for it. So fortunately it all worked out in my favor, but it's less than ideal.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, you and Joseph were pretty even, Oscar as well. How were you able to pull such a lead on that last restart to the finish?
I figured that if I had another caution, I'd be able to use my last set of the set of tires that I saved there, and I started going full bore there on that restart. Unfortunately, I never wore my right front out, so I was able to maintain that gap and come home with the win.
Yeah, before we let you go, how do you feel about heading out to Sonoma in the Gen 4?
I don't know. I haven't raced these cars at Sonoma yet with these with the new engine, but it should be fun. Looking forward to it.
All right, yeah. Well, anyone you want to thank tonight for P1?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all the folks at the Showdown series for putting this show on. Y'all for broadcasting, all the folks for watching. Looking forward to getting back at it next week.
All right, we will see you there.
All right, thank you.
All right, well, winner again, Josh.
Yeah, he's downplaying it. He's gonna be good next week.
Yeah, he's always good at the road courses, is he not?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Let's run through the finishing order before we head out of here for the night, shall we?
Yeah, we had some good finishes. Oscar benefited from that strategy, but Bryce did as well. He brought home P8.
Looking out the results here that popped up. Osipek with a P11.
Yeah, kind of out of nowhere. He was talking about it being junk and putting it on the hauler and everything, coming in the 3 or 4 to go. So something must have changed.
And looking at of course, Joseph McWhorter is the winner. Dash for cash.
Yeah, it sucks we didn't get to see Bustle try and compete for it. He seemed fast at the beginning. He got net coated.
Yeah, and speaking of the guy that netcoded him, Gary Smith brings it home 10th. But Bryce Shoemaker was involved in some incidents tonight, as long with Oscar. They bring it home 6 and 8.
Yeah, another guy that had some bad luck was John Barry. He looked pretty fast tonight, but he was also involved in about every incident.
Well, that's pretty much going to do it from Atlanta as the sun. We're getting close to setting. Any final words about Atlanta? Looking forward to Sonoma?
Atlanta eats up tires. Can guarantee that, and it did again tonight. Sonoma should be interesting. We get to see if anyone can beat Aaron or Mark at a road course, because I don't think it's happened yet.
I think you beat me again in the picks.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
feel different.
I'm fine with that.
Oh, that's
I'm fine with that.
yeah. Congrats on winning next week.
I'm fine with that. But
I'm picking Mark.
Let's get out of here so these post-race guys can get their show going. And yeah, taking the RV to California.
We got an F1 race first.
Oh yeah, yeah. But we're gonna head out. We will see you guys next week at Sonoma.